Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are back with Divine Feminine's karmic situation. Just like I said in the masculine situation, got a little toothache. It's like swelling a little bit, not too much, but uh, sound like I got a lisp. You're gonna see my mouth like kind of switch up in a crazy tone that I got, but bear with me. It's painful as fuck, but show must go on. So we're gonna get this message going for the Divine Feminine, see what's going on with you karmically. And I'm gonna do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we gonna begin. So head, that's swords, thoughts, mentality, ideology, direction you going, decisions you making. Everything starts from the mind. And you got cups. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Heart and mind must be aligned with everything that you do. Can't half-ass nothing. Who rules the heart mind department? The divine feminine. You can tell. And you got wands. Wands are things you're doing, things you've done, not things you finna do because that don't mean anything. Wands are really actions and behavior. What you've done, there's karma and accountability attached to it. What you're doing has karma and accountability attached to it. What you finna do doesn't. Then you got pentacles. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. Things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles have expiration dates. So, first card in this message, feminine, we got the Patti LaBelle card in my deck, which is the Eight of Cups. I'll break this down in just a second. That's fairly important. Bottom line, what's very important, we got the Three of Swords, which is pain in my deck. I'll dive into this too. Directly, you come to the situation with a little bit of fear, feminine. Knight of Swords, fear. You, in regards to yourself, directly, you got the Five of Swords. Focus. Directly in regards to the masculine, we got the Four of Swords. And you went backwards from the five to the four. Four of Swords is an idle mind. What's the idle mind? It's the devil's workshop. You go into the future directly, you got the Seven of Wands. So yeah, it's gonna be a very grim reading for you, feminine. Just seems like a lot of emotional and mental, cerebral shit going on with you. I'm a divine feminine, so I'm talking about myself too. Yo, karma, coming to the situation, we got the Wounded Warrior again, Nine of Wands. Seven of Wands is also internal conflict. And this is your final card directly. Karma in regards to yourself, feminine, we got the Six of Pentacles. This is homeostasis. Karma to the masculine, we got the Ten of Swords. It's a permanent ending. Ten of Wands are temporary endings. We got a permanent one coming. That ain't good. And wrapping this up, final card in this message, we got your role, Divine Feminine, the Three of Wands. The first card in the masculine's karmic situation was his role, the Two of Wands. Feminine, you got three. You got one up when it comes to like duties and jobs and obligations. Masculine got one up on you when it comes to just divinity. He's the king, you're the queen. You know, and just like a king in the a queen in the chessboard. Excuse me. Queen's got way more moves in her arsenal than the king does. King only moves to the side or one space. Feminine can go literally all across the board. But if the queen gets taken in the chess game, game still continues. The king, masculine, gets took, game over. Trinity, she's the divine feminine. If anything happened to Trinity in one of the Matrix movies, Neo still have to go on. But if Neo died before he can, like, I don't know, do his purpose or path in the Matrix movie, then Zion will be lost. All will be lost. Let's kick this off. First card in this message, which is fairly important, we got the Eight of Cups, the Patti LaBelle card. It's a two-part card in my deck. First part of it is keeping your integrity up and staying divine at all times. As a divine feminine, you need to keep your integrity up. You need to be somebody people can trust. You need to be somebody people can depend on. People don't believe a word that you say, your integrity is shot. people can't trust you to do what you say you're gonna do, your integrity is shot. Divinity, staying divine at all times. You gotta be a queen at all times. Like Miss Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle been out since the 70s. Her integrity ain't never been in question. Her divinity ain't never been in question. You know? She handles herself in the most optimal way that a diva can handle herself. You got other divas, Aretha Franklin, Phyllis Hyman, Anita Baker, Sade, Whitney Houston, Kelly Price, Riri, BB. Like, look at Patti LaBelle, look at Michelle A. Look at Patti LaBelle, look at like Athena Cage, my nigga. Like, it's just a big difference. Plus, Patti LaBelle keeps God in her life. She don't just do secular music; she do gospel music. Second part of this card is the enterprise part of it. This comes out as enterprise or keeping your integrity or divinity up. As far as Patti LaBelle enterprising, she's slinging patty pies. She ain't got to be a slave to no label. She don't need nothing. She don't need no labels. She don't need no fans. She's good as is on a businesswoman perspective. I mean, she ain't Oprah big, but she getting there. Patti LaBelle doing verse battles. Patti LaBelle got a YouTube channel that you need to subscribe to and check out. I subscribe to her. I'm a big fan of Patti LaBelle. I've been listening to her my whole life. What's my favorite Patti LaBelle song? When You've Been Blessed. When you've been blessed, it's like heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit. My mom used to sing that all the fucking time. That was my mom's go-to song to really get her out the dumps when she was going through shit. You know what I mean? And me as a child watching my mom going through shit. You know what I mean? Like, I fuck with Patty the long way. She probably don't fuck with me cussing in this tone that I got on my channel and shit, but I'm a good supporter of Queen Patty because, like I say, she is the archetype of what a diva, a queen, at least in this industry, should be. You can learn a lot from Patty LaBelle. But yeah, enterprise. Feminine, it's time to enterprise. It's time to take your business to the next level. It's time to get better clientele. It's time to reach for higher heights. It's time for you to shock and wow yourself well beyond you've been shocking and wow yourself right now. No pain, no gain, no. Three of Swords. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain. Hey, no pain, no gain. Ain't nothing in this world free. You're going to have to work for everything. Ain't nothing in this world free. There is no free handout. There is no free money. There is no free food. There's no free nothing. Now, the word free is used and advertised and promoted a lot, but you don't get something for nothing. Everything's got a price. Everything has a price. The best way to get what you want is to get it yourself or do it the right way, which is going to involve a little pain. You're not going to lose weight without feeling sore from working your ass off, literally working your ass off. Now, if you take your ass and go get liposuction or some shit like that, it's a slight chance that it will be a side effect. You can actually die on an operating table getting, liposuction or breast reduction or breast enhancements. Like, it's under the knife. It's surgery. There is no quick fix to nothing. Like, you can starve yourself. You can throw up the food that you eat to try to lose weight. Like, you gotta put work in. It's mental. The pain is. Even if you're physically hurting, it's mental. Just like this fucking thing in my mouth. Like, it hurts like hell, trust me. But I still gotta give out this message. It's like Kanye West, Through the Wire. You know why Kanye West made that song and spit it through the wire? His fucking jaw was wired shut. And he did a whole fucking song and put it out. Because he had that momentum. You can't miss that momentum, feminine. Yeah, he couldn't wait for his motherfucking mouth to heal for him to, like, come the fuck up. He had just got signed to the Rock. Just did some raw ass production. Just got his prices up on his beats and shit. Now was the time. Hey, I spit it through the wire, man. Painful as fuck, but look what that song did. Like, you ain't never seen a song like Through the Wire. This is a motherfucker rapping with his Mouth wired shut. The only person that ever did that was DMX. How DMX got his deal? This motherfucker had his mouth wired shut. He did some dirt. Dirt got done back on him, and his mouth was wired shut. And he was basically in the studio rapping for A&Rs and record label people, and his mouth was wired shut, and he was basically rapping and killing everybody in the motherfucking cipher. It's probably painful for DMX, but you know what? It got him his deal. It's probably painful for Kanye to do that, but look, that was a great introduction as a rapper through the wire. Then a nigga came out with Jesus Walks. Boom, 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 boom. Like, come on, man. Who the fuck was making music like that? He said, I made Jesus Walks, I'm never going to hell. Like, I remember when Jesus Walks first came out. The first time I actually heard a rap song about Jesus on the fucking radio. That's unheard of. You don't hear shit like that. Not from rap. You got Christian rappers, but it didn't feel like that. So I'm saying all that shit to say this, man. No pain, no gain. This Twin Flame journey ain't easy. This divine shit is not easy, but it's gotta get done. If you're looking for the easy route, then you might as well take your ass where the Karmic's at and go get your free lunch or your handout or whatever the fuck they giving out for free. Even all this free money they giving out to the economy ain't nothing free. It's a cost for everything. Might cost you your soul. It's like that one meme I seen. Social media apps ain't free. It costs you your time. Like time, that's something that you can't get back. But it's a lot of shit in this world that'll waste your time. Nothing's free, and that's just something you're understanding. Coming into the situation, feminine, directly, you got fear. A lot of feminines are in this energy, and this is basically the step after this, which is out here. Ten of Swords is death or a permanent ending. People are dying all around you. Of course, you're gonna get a little scared. People dropping like flies. You lose a person you love dearly. Of course, you're gonna be mentally discombobulated from this, which is what a Knight of Swords is too. It's mental at the end of the day. Death is mental. It's something you register. So I like third world countries. People die, they mourn them, bury them, and keep it fucking moving. Cause over there, it's the show must go on. Yeah, we just lost a fallen soldier, but we still in the fight. America takes weeks for motherfuckers to bury they dead. Too much politics at funerals and shit like that. Here funerals, people fighting at funerals, shooting up funerals, family beefing with other family when people keep people in the family die. It's like grandma died, and now the family is fighting over who gonna get granny house. Or your drug dealing uncle dies and everybody trying to fight for his estate type shit. You know what I'm saying? Death is just the beginning. Only real divines know when this happened, they go into the promised land. When people die, they just go into the next phase. Death is only the beginning. It's just people who want to use death as an excuse to mentally go astray, to use death as a fear tactic, to sway their mental direction to go somewhere. Like fear is a tool that can be used to destroy you, that can be used to confuse you, that can be used to intimidate you or get you to do shit you don't need to be doing. The whole mandated vaccine, that was a fear tactic. Of course, I had to take it because I had to work, so I was scared, not of the fucking shot. I was just scared maybe if I didn't get it, I probably wouldn't be working. If I'm working, I can't support myself. I can't support myself. I'm gonna be on the street with the rest of the bums, and fuck that, because ain't nothing in this world free. If I had my shit together and didn't need to take it, I wouldn't have taken it. But hey, I earns mine. Not working out might seem like I ain't doing shit, but it's a lot goes on outside my channel, and fear. It's normal to have this energy, but move on from it. Don't stay in this energy. You stay in a constant state of fear, then your worst fear is gonna come to pass because it's staying in your psyche. This card came out with you before, feminine. Whatever the fuck you scared of, let that shit go. Okay? Before whatever you fear the most comes to pass. Karma coming to the situation. You got the Knight of Wands, Wounded Warrior. You had this in, I think, your last reading too. This is a different deck. Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. Told you, wands are actions and behavior. Things you've done or things you're doing. You get out what you put in. But we're human beings. This is the real fucking world. You can do all the right things and still fail. You can love a person to death and it still not be enough for them. You can do everything you can for them. You can show them love they ain't never had. You can provide and keep them secure and give them no reasons to doubt or be insecure about you and shit. Like, you can do all the right moves and you can still not get what you want. The reason why I had this is the reason why this came out in your last message, I was talking to the feminines who did a lot of actions and behavior modification, in their twin flame demo, and then want to take all these things that you did, tally them up, frame it, and use it as an excuse as to why things need to work for you. It ain't our time, it's God's time. You can't predict divine timing. You can't tell God to, hey, do what I say do because I put the work in and I should be blessed. No, you don't. You can't be entitled to blessings. You don't get entitlement when it comes to like what you feel you need out of something. Like, it's either gonna come or not. You can't let things that you did get you down when you don't get your way. It's like a person. It's like blacks in the Jim Crow era. You know, they desegregated schools. So now you got black people who can finally get an equal education to white people. They get this education, very educated, probably smarter, 10 times smarter than their white counterparts, but they can't get no job still because they black. It's like I went through hell. My grandparents were in slavery. I watched my parents with no education live a life of fucking trial and tribulation just to get me here to go to this school. I go to this school. I went through hell at this school being different. Picked on, teased, bullied, spit on, laughed at. I get my degree and I still can't get a job. And I'm 10 times as smarter than these motherfuckers that's working. But I can't because I'm not worthy. Nah, they still kept it pushing. These are your grandparents we talking about. Blacks, African Americans and shit. These are your grandparents we talking about. They made it happen in spite of. They went through worse conditions than we going through. But these new age motherfuckers who got it sweet now, like, with slavery, don't exist no more. Oppression still exists, but we ain't slaves no more. The man out here, but he ain't really got his foot on his neck, on our necks and shit like that. Like, the race that's really getting the shortest end of the stick are Native Americans. They were 99% at one point. Now they're at like 0.8%. They ain't even at 1% no more. They like 0.8%. They're almost out. They're almost wiped out. They're almost like wiped the fuck out. And it ain't about who going through the worst shit. Because life is what you make it. You can let, like, oppression or racism or what happened to your ancestors, like, get in the way of you moving forward, or you can just, like, move forward like your ancestors did. Anybody that takes the stuff that they did and frame it and feel that just because they did this, they're entitled to something, you bugging, sniffing that shit. And you need to get off that. You get no cookies or brownie points for doing the right thing. You don't. That shit don't even matter. Like, who are you to even feel entitled? I told you, entitlement is mental. If somebody do you wrong, they feel entitled to do it. Somebody steal from you, they feel entitled to do it. They keep their foot on your neck. They feel entitled to keep their foot on your neck. Entitlement is like the birth and beginning of sin and wickedness. So you, as being a divine, trying to, I don't know, tell God or another psychic or something all the shit that you did, and that that should mean something. It means something. That's something you've done and did. There's accountability and karma to what you've done and doing. It ain't like you finna do these things because they've already been done. But you ain't finna wear this shit as a badge of honor or use it as a receipt to cash in on shit you feel entitled to. That'll be karmic. That's why this is in your karma. So I'm talking to the feminists that feel like they should be entitled to a better twin flame situation. Or like I hear all the time, a better twin flame. You only get one. So you better love the one you got. Deal with the one you have. Because you can't throw your masculine in and get them for a new one. Like this ain't the world. You can do that in the world. You know, get rid of one person to find somebody else. This is a world where you can literally like, I know people that's getting checks for their children and only really having children or got their children around for like money purposes, benefit purposes. Not because they truly love them or fuck with them like that. You got some wicked, fucked up people out here. It's people that shouldn't even be parents. But those are karmics. We divines, right? Bet. Feminine. You directly in regards to yourself, we got the Five of Swords. Focus. You're going to have to focus. Why? So you don't go backwards to an idle mind. Four of Swords is an idle mind. It's the devil's workshop. You know, this is being in your head. If you in your head, you ain't doing no actions. Who's the queen of actions? You. You go from a 5 to a 4, which means you're going backwards. These are your first three cards. Fear, Five of Swords, Four of Swords. All in your head. You two in your head. Four of Swords. That's why you ain't doing no actions. That's the shit you need to focus on. Feminists need to go down from your mind to your heart to doing something about it and manifesting what the fuck you want to manifest. Like I said in the last reading, masculines need to go up. From the shit that they manifested, they need to really put the work, wands, into maturing their heart and mind. Focus factor. Feminine, you need to focus. Because if you ain't focusing, then you just like out here. You know, focus on what matters, not what doesn't. Who gives a fuck what your masculine doing in his life? You got a whole fucking life too. You think your masculine give a fuck about everything you doing in your life? He shouldn't. He's got his own life to worry about. So why you, who have a whole life, worried about what the fuck your masculine doing with his? You two had whole lives, separate lives, before you even collided. That's why I hate these little readings I be seeing online. You fucking feminist psychics always got something to say about who the fuck the masculine fucking on, or who he dating, or how he feeling, or how another fucking person who ain't even divine making him feel when they have no influence over him. Feminists, you got more influence over your masculine than these karmics do. But why is all this energy and focus being put on shit that don't matter? Want to impress me, you feminine readers? Why don't y'all do more messages on feminine karmic situations? Put the mirror on yourself. Quit trying to paint the masculine as like this bastard that ain't kicking into this whole twin flame demo when in reality your divine masculine is the king of wands and you're the queen. Do some readings on why you're the queen and he's the king. Why he's got one up on you. Why he's Neo in your trinity. Motherfuckers be focused on the stars, the moon, constellations, nodes, gateways, rituals, vibes, but ain't focused on who the fuck you are, ain't focused on who your masculine really is, ain't focused on the most important thing in this whole fucking world. That's God, who indwells your mind. You ain't focused on path and purpose. You ain't focused on like trying to get into union or trying to get into reunion or trying your best even. Motherfuckers looking for a quick fix. Motherfuckers too focused on beautiful lies and ain't focused on the ugly truth. A lot of feminists out here are focused on everything but themselves, up in everybody else's business instead of their own. Focus more on yourself, your path, your purpose, your God, your twin, and watch the changes happen in your life. But if you focus on everybody else shit, then how you focus on your own? Hey, Focus on what you got going on because it's a lot on your plate. Focus on what matters, like ascension, salvation, the kingdom of God, your own personal kingdom, your own children, your own job, your own business. If you had your own business, you wouldn't be in other people's businesses, right? Yeah, put more focus on yourself. Like my masculine says all the time, you can point fingers all day, but it's still 1, 2, 3, 4 other fingers pointing back at your ass while you pointing at everybody else shit. That's where the focus should be, where most of the fingers are pointing, not where you are pointing your shit at. Masculine world. Oh, excuse me. Feminine. The karma to yourself. You got the Six of Pentacles. You know what happens when you don't focus? You stay in this energy right here. Six of Pentacles, that's homeostasis. Five of Pentacles is the dark night of the soul. That's going without someone, someplace, or something. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tight to some person, some place, or something. Let them go. Because you're going to go to the Five of Pentacles anyway, where whatever this is you holding on to is going to get taken away, or replaced, or substituted, or leave, or departed. They're pentacles. I told you, all pentacles have expiration dates. All pentacles expire. Can't hold on to nothing. Everything you get, you give it back to God. Even your children. My mother had me. She gave me and my twin sister, because I was born with another person. I'm actually a twin. My mother gave me and my twin sister to God. Why? So just in case anything happened to us, it's in God's hand. So just in case we grow up to be rebels and rebel against our own foundation, rebel against our own kind, rebel against our own mother. It's in God's hands. And Mom put us in God's hands a long time ago. So whatever happens to us, whatever our fate is, it's in God's hands. She ain't gonna worry about it. She ain't gonna stress about it. She ain't even gonna put too much Five of Swords. Focus on that. That's some black shit. I don't know if any other races be on that, but yeah. Gotta focus on what matters and what don't. What matters is the future. That's why we gotta guide these children, teach these children. Because these children are gonna be the leaders of the new future. As you see, the world is getting like shittier and shittier since like the people with values, the people with morals, the people with traditions, the old folks are dying to fuck off. Like this world gonna be fucked up when, cause I got sense and I'm 34. The world gonna be fucked up when like my mom and her generation, who's stepping into their 50s and to their 60s. My masculine, he's 64. You know what I mean? So when his generation passes, my mother's generation is gonna be next. And when her generation passes, I'm telling you, this world gonna be shitty. Seems like the more we get into the future, the more shittier the world gets. That's because morals are gone. It's lawless around here. Like there's no fucking foundation. These children don't know. These children ain't gonna make it. Like they ain't even mentally ready for the fucking future that they're gonna have to save. I'm 34, but I was taught values. I was taught how to do simple shit that mean a lot. How to treat people. How to respect people. You know, you don't cut corners. I was taught how to clean, how to cook for myself. I see these kids don't even know how to cook. They don't even know. They don't even clean their own room. They don't even know how to talk to other children, yet alone adults. They don't even know how to talk to their own parents. Like the shit that I see our kids be coming at their parents. Like I ain't got kids, but I wish my kids would come at me the way these shorties be coming at their parents. Like, it'd be tripped. It'd be tripped the fuck out. These children are getting rewarded for nothing. They expect something for nothing. Which is what the world is really doing, and that's what the youth is doing. I had to go to church 5 days a fucking week. Wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had to do what the fuck my mom said. I was raised by a single mother. Whatever she said went. I couldn't question my mom. I know some people who grew up, they couldn't even say huh or what to their parents. They get knocked the fuck out. You address, women by ma'am and men by sir. It was rules to this shit, man. These rules are just gone. It's just gone. Moving on, just think about how shit used to be. Shit used to be sweet. Everything's fucked up now. But at any rate, you directly, in regards to the masculine, feminine, you got the Four of Swords. This is you being two in your head. When it comes to your masculine, you just two in your head. Get the fuck out your head. At least get back to this. You just went from being focused to being unfocused. Five of Swords is like cocking back a pistol or cocking back a bow. And you looking at the target. You aiming to shoot at a target. Six of Swords would be you taking that shot. Seven of Swords would be like the results. You went from being focused to like now you back in your head. What's the idle mind? It's the devil's workshop. Why is the idle mind the devil's workshop? Because you ain't doing nothing. That's what the devil wants you to do. Nothing. You're so scared of not doing a good job that you don't end up doing a job at all. The opportunity comes that you should be taking advantage of, but you're still in your head if you're capable of doing it or not. The opportunity passes. You got an opportunity to win the game. Somebody gets in your head, takes you out the game, and they win the game. Feminine, get the fuck out your head when it comes to your mask. Why? So you can focus on what really matters in this twin flame shit. What really matters in your life. That's what's important. Karma, to the masculine energy, we got the Ten of Swords. Death, or permanent ending. What's a permanent ending? It's a divorce. What's a permanent ending? Losing your job. Losing a job, losing your car. This could be divorce. This could be you lose a limb. You lose something of importance. Whatever is lost, I'm pretty sure this shit happened while you was in your head. It's like you lose money. Like that money. Like my grandpa used to say, go on buy that booty. I lose money all the time. Usually when I lose money is when I have it on me and I'm like multitasking, doing too much shit. Usually when I lose money is I'm like, I'll just use an example. So I was young. This is when I first got like my first cellular phone. I was like maybe 17 years old. This is when the Razor, the Moto Razor, not the Razor, it was the Blade. The Moto Blade came out. And loved this phone. And I was like flossing it. I was at a gas station buying blunts to roll my weed up with. And it was like this real shady looking motherfucker sitting at the gas station. And I had a lot of money in my pocket. So I was so focused on not losing the money in my pocket or digging in my pocket and pulling my hand out and money falling out to where, you know, I'm losing a little bit of bread that I got in here that I forgot about my phone that I laid on the counter getting the blunts and I walked off and my fucking Blade got stolen. Like I was so focused on like keeping my money intact, I forgot I had my phone on the counter and I lost my phone. Or the other way around. I remember when the Samsung Instinct first came out. And the same shit happened. I'm at the motherfucking gas station buying blunts and shit. And it was like I was so focused on like not getting my phone stolen or leaving my phone that I reached in my pocket, wasn't like thinking, and I took my hand out of my pocket and I had so much money in my pocket, like out popped out like $60, like 320s I lost. But wasn't paying attention because I was so focused on like making sure my phone didn't get taken that I ended up getting my money took. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. When you in your head, when you ain't focused, you can lose a lot. Where your ring go? I don't know where I put it. I wasn't thinking. I just sat it down and I guess somebody took it like I wasn't paying attention. When you ain't paying attention, you will lose shit. Karma, feminine, you're gonna lose something. Not paying attention and going back in your head about something. And this something deals with the masculine. Future final roll, wrapping this up, going to the future directly, you got the Seven of Wands. Internal conflict. How do you deal with internal conflict? You heal internal conflict. Your heart is inside of your chest. If it was outside of your chest, maybe it'd be meant for somebody else to fix you. But nah, you fix yourself. Seven of Wands, this is your complexes, your woes. You know what I mean? Your worst fears, your insecurities, your complexes, your issues, all lies within yourself. And you gotta deal with yourself. so you can heal with yourself. I know too many people that I'd rather deal with another person instead of dealing with themselves, who will help everybody and their mama, but won't even help themselves. Who can't be alone and needs somebody in their life and can't deal with the internal conflict of being alone, of being single, of being broke. Everybody has this, which means everybody is dealing with themselves. But we live in a world where a lot of people ain't. It's only a few people dealing with themselves. It's only a few people who are self-aware. It's only a few people who got knowledge of self. It's only a few people who really out here on divine business. Because the rest of the world, like I said, they don't deal with internal conflict. What they'll do is do what they got to do to survive and throw 5 wands away. 5 wands is outside conflict. Shit that don't involve you unless you want to involve yourself with it. This world is littered with other people's problems. It's like a person blaming somebody else for some shit that they did. Well, I wouldn't be in a situation if I didn't meet you. I wouldn't be in a situation if I didn't do business with you. You're the reason why I'm broke. You're the reason why I'm hurt. You're the reason why this. You're the reason why that. Like, nah, you can't blame nobody else for your own shit. You take accountability for it. That's what big girls and big boys do. But they ain't really how the world goes. A lot of people blame other people for their shit. A lot of people don't take accountability for their own shit. They play Ray Charles to what the fuck they doing, but want to like point out everything somebody else doing and shit. Final card in this message, we got the 3 of Wands, path and purpose. This is your role. Karma, feminine. You want to know? You want to know karma to being a divine feminine? You just got more shit you got to do than the masculine does. It's your job to lead not just yourself, but your masculine to the promised land, which is the 4 of Wands, twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. Step after this card. Feminine, it's your job to not only help your twin, but help your friends, help the world. I mean, God don't need no help saving the world, but you do got to do your part in order for the world to be saved. God works through you. God don't need no help saving the world, but he works through you to save it. Yes, this shit is a lot of work. It's more work healing yourself and dealing with yourself than it is dealing and healing someone else. It's harder to live in life being, going through life alone than going through life paired up with somebody. It's difficult starting from the bottom or getting things out the mud than it is when you were blessed or what do you call that? Privileged, or like you was born into a rich ass family and everything was already pre-set up for you. All you gotta do is just, I don't know, go to school and receive what you got for you already. But imagine a person who came from nothing, who ain't got it that easy, who don't have nothing like that. It's extra hard for that person than it is for the person that's already pre-set up. It's like hand washing dishes or pressing a button and let the dishwashing machine wash your dishes. It's just more work. Feminines are dishwashers. The world used dishwashing machines, like even my whole life. I've always had dishwashing machines at my house because I'm 34, but we never used them. My grandma never used a dishwasher. My mother never used a dishwasher. She always washed dishes. Because you'll clean them better hand washing them bitches, but it's a correct way to do it. It's a correct way to do it. Make sure you're doing things correctly, feminine. That's the message that I got. Hope I can be of good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned for more messages. Deuces.